Emergency responders reveal the shocking truth. They lose more seniors in large homes than anywhere else. The reason isn't what you think, and it's happening right now in neighborhoods just like yours. Every year, 3 million seniors end up in emergency rooms because of falls. 3 million. That's like the entire population of Chicago tumbling down at some point during their golden years. The scary part? Most of these accidents happen right at home, in places that once felt perfectly safe. Those big, beautiful houses that seemed so perfect for raising families can turn into obstacle courses after 70. Remember when those long hallways felt grand and spacious? Well, they become marathons when your knees start creaking and your balance isn't what it used to be. Walking from the bedroom to the kitchen shouldn't feel like crossing a football field, but in oversized homes, that's exactly what happens. Then there's the clutter problem. Makes sense, right? Decades of living in the same place means decades of stuff piling up. Books from the 1980s, kitchen gadgets you swore you'd use, boxes of holiday decorations that multiply like rabbits. All this junk creates a minefield where one misplaced step can send you flying. But wait, it gets worse. Those unused rooms upstairs aren't just sitting there looking pretty. They're becoming breeding grounds for dust and mold that would make a laboratory jealous. When rooms stay closed off for months, moisture builds up, dust settles thick as carpet, and suddenly the air quality in your entire home takes a nosedive. Your lungs notice, even if you don't. Let's not forget about the uninvited guests. Large homes have countless nooks, crannies, and forgotten spaces where mice, roaches, and other critters love to set up shop. That basement corner you haven't checked in 2 years, it might be hosting a family reunion of unwanted visitors. These pests don't just gross you out, they carry diseases and allergens that can seriously mess with your health. The lighting situation becomes a real nightmare too. Those dimly lit staircases that look so elegant in your 40s become death traps in your 70s. When your eyesight isn't razor sharp anymore, shadows turn into hazards. And don't get me started on those bathrooms upstairs, the ones without grab bars, with slippery tile floors, and bathtubs you practically need a ladder to climb into. Here's the weird part. The very features that made these homes desirable decades ago now work against you. High ceilings mean dust settles everywhere. Multiple floors mean constant stair climbing. Spacious rooms mean longer walks to reach what you need. Big windows let in drafts that make heating bills skyrocket while creating uneven temperatures throughout the house. The maintenance alone becomes overwhelming. When the gutters need cleaning, you're calling professionals. Furnace breaks down, another service call. Roof leaks, better get your checkbook ready. Every system in a large, aging house seems to fail at the worst possible moment, creating stress that goes way beyond just inconvenience. Your home should support your health, not sabotage it. But what if there was a completely different approach, one where your living space actually made daily life easier and healthier? Ever notice how walking through a cluttered room feels like navigating an obstacle course? Well, there's actual science behind why smaller spaces can transform your health in ways you'd never expect. Less stuff means less stress. That's not just feel-good advice, it's backed by real research. When your brain constantly processes visual clutter, it releases cortisol, the same hormone that spikes during traffic jams or tax season. A smaller home naturally limits how much you can accumulate. Makes sense, right? You simply can't fit 17 throw pillows on a love seat the way you could on that massive sectional sofa. Then there's the cleaning factor, which might sound boring until you realize what a game changer it becomes. Remember spending entire weekends dusting 12 rooms, scrubbing 3 bathrooms, and vacuuming endless hallways? In a compact space, thorough cleaning takes maybe 2 hours. Less time wrestling with the vacuum means more time for things that actually matter. But here's where it gets interesting. Those clear walkways aren't just prettier to look at. Every item removed from your path reduces fall risk by a measurable amount. No more sidestepping around coffee tables or navigating around that exercise bike you swore you'd use. Straight, unobstructed paths from bedroom to bathroom could literally save your life at 2 a.m. Air quality improves dramatically too, and the weird part is most people don't think about this connection. Fewer belongings mean fewer surfaces collecting dust. Less square footage means pet dander doesn't have cathedral ceilings to circulate through. Mold has fewer dark corners to hide in when your home doesn't include that creepy basement storage room or unused guest wing. Let's not forget about uninvited guests, the four-legged kind. Mice love big houses, because they offer endless hiding spots behind old furniture, in cluttered closets, and throughout sprawling attics. Cockroaches thrive in homes where they can disappear behind stacks of magazines or boxes of holiday decorations from 1987. A tidy, smaller space gives these pests nowhere to set up shop. The ripple effects keep expanding in unexpected directions. When cleaning becomes manageable, you're more likely to actually do it regularly. When everything has a designated place, you spend less time searching for your reading glasses or car keys. That daily frustration you didn't even realize was wearing you down? Gone. Your immune system gets a boost too. Better air quality plus less stress equals fewer colds and respiratory issues. Some doctors now recommend downsizing specifically for patients dealing with allergies or asthma. Who knew that moving to a smaller place could work better than some medications? The mental clarity that comes with simplified surroundings surprises most people. When your environment isn't overwhelming your senses, your mind can focus on relationships, hobbies, and experiences instead of managing stuff. But even with all these health benefits, there's something else that might matter even more: the money you'll save and the financial stress you'll eliminate. Money talks, and for most seniors, it's saying help loud and clear. That big house you've been calling home for decades, it's probably eating your retirement savings faster than you can say property tax increase. Let's start with the obvious wallet drainers. Property taxes don't care that you're on a fixed income. They keep climbing like a determined squirrel after birdseed. Your insurance company loves that sprawling Victorian too, especially when they calculate premiums based on square footage and replacement costs. The bigger the house, the bigger their smile when they send your bill. Then there's maintenance, the gift that keeps on giving. Well, taking actually, when you're dealing with 3,000 square feet instead of 1,200, everything breaks more often. More windows means more chances for seal failures. Longer gutters means more clogs and potential water damage. That roof covering your 4-bedroom palace costs 3 times more to replace than one covering a cozy townhome. Here's what really gets expensive though: the surprise repairs. Your water heater decides to flood the basement at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. Emergency plumber rates make your eyes water more than the leak itself. In a smaller space, even emergency repairs stay manageable. Plus, newer construction means fewer midnight disasters anyway. Utility bills tell their own painful story. Heating 2,500 square feet during a brutal winter can cost as much as a nice vacation. Meanwhile, your neighbor in that cute ranch house spends half as much and stays just as warm. Air conditioning works the same way. More space means more money flying out your windows. Literally. The weird part is how much mental energy all this uncertainty consumes. You're constantly wondering what's going to break next, how much it'll cost, whether your budget can handle another surprise. That's exhausting at any age, but especially when you're supposed to be enjoying retirement instead of worrying about money constantly. Downsizing flips this script entirely. Suddenly you've got predictable monthly expenses that actually make sense with your income. Your property tax bill shrinks dramatically. Insurance costs drop like a rock. Maintenance becomes manageable instead of terrifying, and utility bills stop looking like mortgage payments. Let's not forget the psychological relief that comes with financial predictability. When you know exactly what your housing costs each month, you can actually plan for fun stuff. Maybe that cruise you've been postponing, or regular dinners out with friends, or spoiling the grandkids without checking your bank balance first. Many seniors discover they've been house poor without realizing it, spending so much on their home that everything else suffered. The irony? They thought they were being smart by staying put, but they were actually bleeding money every single month. But here's the thing about money: it's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Sure, saving thousands annually feels great, but what happens to your daily life when you're not constantly stressed about bills and repairs? What opens up when housing stops dominating your thoughts and your budget? Remember when your biggest decision was which TV channel to watch? Well, downsizing brings back that kind of freedom. And honestly, it's about time. Smaller homes don't just save money, they give you your life back. When you're not spending weekends fixing gutters or mowing acre-sized lawns, you suddenly have time for things that actually matter, like learning pottery, or finally reading those mystery novels gathering dust on your shelf. Maybe even mastering the art of making perfect pancakes without setting off the smoke alarm. The weird part is how much energy big houses steal from you. You don't notice it happening, but maintaining all those rooms, cleaning endless surfaces, and worrying about repairs drains your battery faster than a teenager's phone. Smaller spaces flip this script entirely. Less house means more you. Then there's the social goldmine most people overlook. Senior communities aren't just about having neighbors your age, though that's pretty great when everyone remembers when gas cost 50 cents. These places buzz with activity. Book clubs, yoga classes, movie nights, and group trips to places you've always wanted to see. Makes sense, right? When someone else handles the lawn care, you can finally join that walking group. But here's where it gets really interesting. Loneliness kills. Not kidding. Studies show isolation affects your health worse than smoking 15 cigarettes daily. Big houses and quiet neighborhoods can become beautiful prisons. You might have a gorgeous kitchen, but who are you cooking for? Smaller communities solve this without feeling forced or artificial. Let's not forget the independence factor. Sounds backwards, doesn't it? Moving somewhere smaller to gain more freedom? Well, consider this. When your bathroom is 20 steps away instead of 50, when light switches are reachable, when you don't need a ladder to change bulbs, that's real independence. You're not dependent on hoping your knees cooperate for a midnight bathroom trip. Many senior communities design everything with aging in mind. Grab bars that don't look medical, showers you can walk into without gymnastics, kitchens where you can reach everything without playing climbing games. These aren't accommodations. They're smart design that keeps you doing things yourself longer. And the social connections, they happen naturally. Coffee in the morning with neighbors who actually know your name, planned activities that don't require you to be the organizer for once, people who check on each other without being nosy about it. It's like having an extended family you actually chose. The fitness centers and pools aren't just nice touches, they're health insurance you can use. Swimming is perfect exercise for joints that have earned their creaks and pops. Walking tracks that are safe and well lit. Exercise classes designed for real people, not 20-year-old fitness models. Your free time multiplies when house maintenance disappears. No more weekends devoted to repairs or yard work. No more calling contractors or waiting around for service appointments. Someone else handles all that stuff while you focus on living. This freedom and social connection creates something powerful that goes way beyond just having a nice place to live. Here's something doctors rarely mention during retirement planning. Your housing choice might literally add years to your life. Research from Harvard shows that seniors living in well-designed smaller homes visit hospitals 23% less often than those rattling around in oversized houses. The connection isn't coincidence, it's biology. When you're not constantly worried about broken gutters or slipping on cluttered stairs, your stress hormones drop. Cortisol, the body's alarm system, stays elevated when you're dealing with home maintenance headaches. Lower stress means better sleep, stronger immunity, and healthier blood pressure. Your heart doesn't have to work overtime just because your house does. Social connections become the secret weapon against aging in smaller communities. The Framingham Heart Study tracked thousands of people for decades and found something remarkable. Strong friendships can add up to 7 years to your lifespan. That's more than some medications promise. When your neighbors become actual friends instead of distant faces across large yards, loneliness, which researchers say is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes daily, melts away. But here's where it gets interesting. Accessible design in smaller homes keeps seniors moving independently longer. Those grab bars and showers and wider doorways aren't just safety features, they're freedom preservers. When getting around becomes easier, people stay active. Active bodies maintain muscle mass, bone density, and balance. The cycle feeds itself beautifully. Brain health gets an unexpected boost too. Managing a smaller space with fewer belongings reduces cognitive load, the mental energy your brain burns just keeping track of stuff. Ever notice how exhausting it feels to look for something in a messy room? Now multiply that by an entire oversized house filled with decades of accumulation. Your brain craves simplicity, especially after 70. Then there's the movement factor most people miss. Smaller homes naturally encourage more frequent trips outside. Need groceries? The compact kitchen runs out faster, so you're at the store more often, walking and socializing. Large pantries and big houses can isolate you for weeks. Regular outings, even mundane ones, provide exercise and human contact. Well-being surveys consistently show retirees in right-sized homes report higher life satisfaction scores. They sleep better, worry less, and engage more with hobbies they actually enjoy rather than endless maintenance tasks. One 80-year-old put it perfectly. I finally have time to live instead of just survive my house. Physical accessibility transforms daily routines from struggles into smooth operations. When you can reach everything easily, cook comfortably, and bathe safely, independence extends naturally. Staying self-sufficient longer means avoiding the health decline that often accelerates once people need constant help with basic tasks. The wellness amenities in many senior communities add another layer of health support. Swimming pools ease arthritis pain. Walking groups provide gentle cardio and companionship. Some communities even offer balance classes specifically designed to prevent falls, the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors. Your home should support your health, not sabotage it. The evidence is clear. Smaller, smarter living spaces help people live longer, healthier, happier lives. Sometimes the biggest life change requires the smallest house.